Hi, so today I already posted the pictures of a gown I'll be teaching you today. This gown is a recent gown. The new bubu that people are wearing is the same as agbada that were sewn in the 90s. But there's only just a little different difference. So the measurements we'll be making use of is our shoulder to shoulder measurements, your armhole measurements, your waist measurements, your hip measurement, your full length, your shoulder to waist measurement, your sleeve circumference, and your skirt, your sleeve length. Those are the measurements we'll be making use of in this tutorial. So today I'll be making a miniature bubu dress. I'll be showing you how to make a miniature bubu dress. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. So first thing to do, from your origin line, measure, take your back measurement, then followed by your armhole line. Remember, this is a miniature. Your bust point line, your waistline, your hip line, then your full length plus your seam allowance. My full length here is 27, my seam allowance is 28. I hope you get it to that point. Remember, I'm making a miniature, not a full-fledged pattern. So when you're doing your own, you have to make a proper pattern and proper measurement. So square your lines out. I will label it for you so that it will be easy for you to identify and know what I did. I hope you got what I did. This is my chest line, my chest line, my waist line, my hip line, then my hemline. Hemline, at least by this label, you should be able to understand what I did. Let's input our measurements. Remember, your bust circumference divided by 4. You input it. Then you have your sewing allowance. Your waist circumference divided by 4 plus your sewing allowance. Your hip circumference divided by 4, then your sewing allowance. Then you connect your lines. Then on your hemline, you connect it directly. You connect directly to your hip line straight up. We are not adding anything to your hemline. It will be exactly as they are. Remember, it is bubu. It is a bubu gown. So a bubu gown needs to be free. to be very free so that we'll be able to move freely. So this is our bubu gown. Then let's make armhole. Our armhole. I hope you remember what I told you about making your armhole. So that is that about it. So the next thing, then on your where you connect your lines, make sure there are no sharp edges like I have here. Make sure you blend it in. You blend everything in. For your neckline, you can choose any neck of your trace. I'll be using 3 by 3 inches for my neckline, both for depth and for the depth of your neckline and for the width of it. Then our shoulder slope. By now I know, by now if you followed everything I taught you, you should know the everything I just did now. So for this kind of bubu, to get this kind of bubu, you need the length measurement of your sleeve, how long you want it to be. There are different kinds of bubu. There are some bubus that you will um you will attach it in such a way that you will have a detachable sleeve. Here, this kind of bubu does not have a detachable sleeve. We have a cotton sleeve with it. So you come to your hip line and measure 1 inch. You measure 1 inch for your hip line. Then you go to your shoulder line and take the length of your sleeve from your shoulder to wherever you want the sleeve to stop. My own sleeve is 15 inches, so I'll be measuring 15 inches after after 15 inches will be after my shoulder to shoulder measurement. I hope you got what I just did. Then I will connect a line straight up. I hope you're seeing what I'm making, and make sure it follows the trend of the shoulder. It sloped like that. It has to be slanted. It can't be straight. So, and we are done for the sleeve. If you want it to go to your wrist, you measure your sleeve from your armhole to your wrist. It depends on what you want. So the next thing to do is to connect a line in a curvy manner, in a curvy way. Then it depends on the kind of fullness you want. If you want a fullness that it will be very bulky, depending on your body size, you can extend the lines as much as you want. At this area, I came down by 1 inch, so I'll be going outwards depending on your body size and how big you want your bubu to be. I'll be going outwards by 5 inches. This measurement I just gave you is just to give us a guide to what we are about to do. Okay, the next thing is your sleeve round. Your sleeve round, wherever you want it to stop. My sleeve round is 12.5, so I'll divide it by 2 and take a measurement of my sleeve round. So my sleeve round is around that spot. Then I'll connect it like this to give me, you can make it, you connect it this way. I hope you saw what I just did. I connected it from that 1 inch, be from that 1 inch. I connected it in a curvy manner to my sleeve round, where my sleeve round measurement is. Then, if you want the swag of your gown to be a little bit down, you can come down from your hip measurement by 2 inches, or by 3 inches. If you want it to be full, to come below the swag, the side swag, to come to be full, or you want it more, you can come down by 3 inches and connect it exact same way I did the connection, like this. So the next thing is to add extra sewing allowance. Remember, this is bubu, and bubu needs to be very, very free. It needs to be free. So for this roundness too, I'm adding 1 inch as my seam allowance all through, so this is it. You had your 1 inch all around. Remember, this is on fold. Some people, you can do it on a fold of 4. This is on a fold of 2. Some you can do it on a fold of 4, depending on the kind of fabric you have at hand, then the kind of fabric you are using. So this is the original line, and this is your seam allowance. I'm adding seam allowance at the shoulder side too, so that to raise your hand won't be an issue. I hope you see the way I traced everything out. It's so simple, as simple as that. And you have your bubu ready for waist. Now this primary line we made here is no longer needed. It's just to show you the easy way to get the bubu. Then for this bubu, the back pattern for this bubu will be exact same way as the front, because there will be no zipper. There is no zipper in a bubu. In a bubu gown, there is no zipper. So the kind of design you want, you can do it. Then if you check the picture I sent you, there was mixture of a floral pattern fabric, a floral fabric, and a plain fabric. So you can mix your fabric. This side where the wing is at, you can cut it out to make it your pattern fabric, and this plain, as you've seen it in the picture I uploaded. So you can either do it that way, or make it plain, or you can use any fabric, but the best fabric that works more for this kind is chiffon and lycra. Any stretchy fabric that has a silhouette that is stretchy, it works very well for this kind of bubu. So when you make this, it will be very lovely for a pregnant woman, and it's just nice on anybody that wears it. Either you are plus size woman, an average size woman, a slim person, it gives you a big woman feel. That's just my own perspective to it. So this is what your bubu will look like if you want your swag to come from this side. By the time you sew it and you relax your hand, this side will go down, and this will be your sleeve. Just note your sleeve opening, so that when you are sewing, when you get to the sleeve opening, after you've joined it at the shoulder, you get your sleeve opening, you leave the space out, then you come, you keep sewing on the extensions in your seam allowances. So that's all for it. Then when you want to cut your back will be exact as the front, but the depth of your back pattern will be decided by you. If you want it lower than the front, you can make it that way. If you want it the same as the front, is perfectly okay. So this is it about the boo I showed you. Remember I said if you want to mix your fabric, either you make the main body a pattern and you make the extension, the boo side, to be the plain, or vice versa. Whichever way you want it, you can do it. Then in that picture I showed you, the sleeve opening here, there was a band that was attached to it that made it you can knot that sleeve open. Just measure your wrist measure opening here, whatever you get times three of it. You just use it, you fix it after you've done every of the joining. You fix it on your armhole. The remaining extension you have is what you will use to make your knot, your bow on that your wrist or wherever you want it to stop. So that's it for the purple gown I showed you. Then the length of the gown depends on you. Some like it short, you can do a short bubu. You can do a long bubu. Either way is always beautiful. Either short, which will stay on your nail or below your nail, is okay. And you can make it also long, which will be floor length or your ankle length. It's as simple as that.